So it's lecture 2. So how it works? So first, in first lecture we have discussed chemistry is a language. Now, in second lecture, what we want to discuss is when scientists they looked at the universe, they have found after looking at the universe for many years, right? Or when the people looked at the universe, they have found some structure. When they looked at the structure, they have found some molecules. I'll give you an example, you will understand. Then when they looked at the molecules for hundreds of years, they have found they're made of atoms. When they looked at the atoms for many years, they have found pen. What is pen?
An object.
Protons, electrons, and neutrons. Protons, electrons, and neutrons. Right? So say everything we have seen in our periodic table, this one, these are basically elements, different elements like hydrogen, helium, lithium, barium, boron, carbon, nitrogen. Many of you know already, right? So all these atoms, the most tiny part of these elements are atoms. The most tiny part. In those part, you have protons, electrons, and neutrons, and I'll discuss how protons, electrons, and neutrons structured. So say pen, atom, say for example, hydrogen is an atom, oxygen is an atom, sodium is an atom, chlorine is an atom. So everything you are seeing in the periodic table, those they are the tiny part of those elements are atoms. Fine. So, and how they inside them we have protons, electrons, and neutrons. Fine. Then let us start from here. Basically, it will help better. So the universe is made of many structures, like say, for example, ocean. Sea. It's a structure. And if you look at ocean is made of water. You'll find water molecules there, and you will find salt, sodium chloride, which we eat every day, right? Water we drink every day. And inside sea, you will get this stuff, right? In these molecules, what we have hydrogen, we have oxygen, we have Na, we have Cl, hydrogen, oxygen, sodium, and chlorine. And inside all these atoms, you have protons, electrons, and neutrons. Scientists, they started from here and they go down from the most largest thing, from the largest to smallest. When we'll study, we'll go upside down. We'll go from bottom to top. We'll study pen first, means protons, electrons, and neutrons. Then atoms we'll study. Then we'll know molecules. Then we have some structures, some different structures which made the molecules. If we know the structures, then our work is done. Work is done means you know the chemistry of the universe. So the syllabus is complete. Syllabus is complete, right? So now, if we start from protons, electrons, and neutrons, how will go? See, in an atom, the atoms are like this, very tiny, small, but we have a positively charged stuff, and we have some electrons, which just like Earth moves around the sun, the electrons, they move around this is what we call nucleus. What is called? Nucleus. Inside nucleus, you have proton and neutron. And the thing which orbits the nucleus is an electron. This is the structure of any atom. Do you understand? What do you have?
Proton and neutron, which is inside the
atom.
Inside the atom, what is
called?
photon. nucleus.
And
surfacing around it is electron.
Is an electron. Very good. So for 3 marks, if you look at the past papers, past question papers for Edexcel or Cambridge, you will get, they will ask you 3 things: protons, electrons, and neutrons. Protons, electrons, and neutrons. They will ask 2 things. Number 1, mass, their mass, and number 2, their charge. And you can easily remember. This is 3 marks question. How many marks? 3 marks. Mass and charge. Proton. The mass of proton is 1. The mass of neutron is 1. Easy.
Electron is 2.
Proton is 1. Neutron is 1. So once inside the nucleus, what you have, the units we will give later on, but you just know the numbers. 1 and 1. Fine. Proton is 1. Neutron is 1. If you take 1836 approximately around 2000 electrons together, you will get the mass of only 1 proton or only 1 neutron. So it's almost 1 divided by 1836. If you take 1836 electrons together in a plate, you will get the mass of only 1 proton or only 1 neutron. They are so tiny. They have very less mass. You don't need to memorize it. You just need to know they are very tiny. So it's almost 1 divided by 2000.
It does not have the same mass as
very tiny. If you take around 2000 electrons together, you will get the only 1 proton you will get, or only 1 neutron.
But electron proton neutron.
Speak in English.
You can't have proton and neutron with like even if you have 2000 electron, how can you measure it with proton and neutron? Because it's a different thing. It's inside the nucleus.
No, we are discussing regarding the mass of. Yes. If say 1 proton is 1 gram, so to reach that 1 gram, you need around 2000 electrons. Fine?
Yeah.
Okay, charge is very easy. Proton is positively charged, electron is negatively charged, neutron doesn't have any charge.
That's why it's neutral.
It's neutral. Neutrons are neutral. Right?
To balance.
Yes. Everything is balanced in the universe, right? Okay. So for this box, how many marks you are getting from the past paper? 3. So if you can remember 1 divided by 1836, you will write. Otherwise, you will write 1 divided by 2000 if they ask. But what you need to understand is really understand is protons are positively charged and electrons are negatively charged, and neutrons, they do not have any charge. Now, without looking at, can you tell this?
Protons are positively charged, neutrons are negatively charged.
Neutrons are?
Sorry, neutrons are neutral.
Electrons. Okay. So do you need to memorize this stuff? And mass?
Basically, like if you.
What is the mass? What is the mass of proton?
Mass of proton is 1.
And neutron?
Neutron is 1.
And electron?
2000 or 1886.
1 divided by.
1 divided.
Very good. So it's done, right? Easy. Okay. Up to this, protons, electrons, neutrons are done. We will go to atoms. Fine. Okay. Now, this is the end of lecture